Hello everybody, my name is Lucy and welcome to a new video. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is going to be something that you guys ask for a lot, which is monologue advice. Now, I'm not great at filming these videos because I myself struggle with monologues, and I think a lot of people, it is the one thing about auditions that really scares them. So today I thought I'd focus on Shakespearean monologues because I know for me, prior to auditioning, that was like the biggest stress for me. I was thinking, what am I gonna do? I don't know how to do this. It's scary, it's like foreign. I don't know what to do. So today I thought I'd bring you guys my top 10 do's and don'ts for Shakespeare monologues. Now, as always, I'm not an acting teacher. I am literally just a student at drama school, and these are just the things that I've found that have really helped me and what people have told me. And as always, it's my opinion, and do not take what I say as gospel, as the only thing that matters. Listen to your teachers, listen to people, other people, get loads of opinions, and then take what you feel is best for you. If you do enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up to let me know to do more monologue videos. So let's just get into the video. My first do, which is literally, if it's the only thing you take from this video, please take this advice. Get a translation of your speech. You need to know exactly what you're saying, and don't just skim over a word if you think, oh, I've got the general gist but I don't know what that specific word means. Please look it up, because it could literally change the entire meaning, and it's so obvious when you're saying a speech if there's a word that you don't know what it means. So 100% get a translation. There's loads of stuff online. If you literally Google the name of your speech and a translation, I can assure you that you will find one somewhere, and yeah, it will just make your life a whole lot easier, and it will help you kind of connect to the speech more if you know fully what every single word your character is saying means. Because I don't know about you guys, but I certainly don't know what everything means when I read Shakespeare straight away. I definitely need to look stuff up, so don't be ashamed if you feel like, oh, I don't know it, I should know this. Not at all, just Google it and find out. The first don't I would say is just don't be afraid of Shakespeare. I spent a lot of years being afraid of it, thinking I couldn't do it because it appears as scary, it appears as kind of, I think, quite elite sometimes. Just throw yourself into it, and the more that you throw yourself into it and stop being afraid, the more you're going to get out of it. The reason we all still study Shakespeare and perform Shakespeare nowadays is because it's so incredible. As soon as you stop being afraid of it, you can appreciate the insane characters and stories that he created, and I feel like that's something that I'm so grateful for now, that I stopped being afraid of it and I just threw myself into it, and now I can fully appreciate it. My next do is read the play that your monologue is from. Yes, I would say this obviously for contemporary monologues as well, for any classical, any monologue you will ever do in your life. Make sure to read the play so that you know what the context is of what you're saying. Again, if you find Shakespeare something that's challenging for you to understand, you can read the play, and if there's things that you don't get, there are so many incredible summary videos online of like a summary of Hamlet in 5 minutes, and it will just give you like the fully, obviously read the play as well, but it would just give you another insight into, okay, this happens here, this happens here, this happens here, and might help you to see the bigger picture if there's things that you didn't understand when you were reading it. Alongside that, there are so many great detailed synopsi, I don't know, many synopsises, I don't know what the word is, online for Shakespearean plays, so just be sure to look around. YouTube and Google are your best friend. My next don't would be, don't put on this, I don't know how to describe it, but I myself have done it, and I know many of my friends have done it. You feel when you do Shakespeare, you have to put on this stupid, like, posh Shakespeare voice. You don't have to do that. It's literally just a character saying lines like you would in contemporary theatre. Just because of the way it's written, a lot of the time we feel we have to speak in a certain way. Of course, if it's a character choice and that's how you believe your character would speak, and it's the like choice that you've made, it's not just for the sake of it, then go for it. Do whatever voice, whatever accent you want to do. Also, many people feel they only can do Shakespeare in RP. However, I've seen Shakespeare performed in loads of different regional accents, so don't be afraid to use your own accent when performing Shakespeare. My next do would be, do enjoy the drama of Shakespeare. Shakespeare is so massive and dramatic, and the stakes are so high often in his plays, and just enjoy it and immerse yourself in the drama. And the sooner you accept that it's big and it's bold and it's amazing, then you can really throw yourself into the character and make bold choices throughout your speech. My next don't would be, don't just stand there and deliver the speech. A lot of us feel quite rigid when we first perform Shakespeare. I definitely was. I literally just used to stand in fear and say the lines. However, you need to remember this is a character like in any other thing that you do. Be bold, make big choices, as I said, and don't be afraid to be playful and do something different with it. Shakespeare's plays have obviously been performed so many times by millions of people, so don't feel that you have to do the norm for that character. Do something different, play about, make a different choice, and make it your own performance. My next do, again, relates to normal, contemporary and other classical monologues, is choose a character that you feel you can relate to. Obviously, if you feel you want to challenge yourself and pick something way far from you, that's insane, and if you want to do that, go for it. But for me, I found it easier to pick a character that was around a similar age to me and that I could feel like I could connect to easier. Personally, I would have found it very hard to connect to an 80-year-old woman, for example. Also, alongside with that is, don't forget that these characters are just like characters in contemporary plays and contemporary musical theatre, and just like ourselves. Just because they speak in Shakespearean language doesn't mean that their thoughts and emotions are any different. Now, my fourth thing would be for don'ts is about the iambic pentameter. I myself am not an expert on this, however I would say don't ignore it. A lot of Shakespeare's work is written in iambic pentameter, and meaning that on most of the lines there is 10 syllables, and it's to do with what syllables are stressed and what syllables are unstressed. I would suggest going through your speech and writing on your copy where the stressed syllables lie within the iambic pentameter. You can find loads of great videos online explaining it further. I personally am not an expert, so I don't want to try and explain it to you guys. However, don't ignore the iambic pentameter. However, also don't be afraid if you feel that it doesn't work within the flow of the line to break the pentameter. Often Shakespeare does this on purpose to stress a certain moment in a line or stress a certain word, and yes, just don't be afraid to break it, but also please do not ignore it, because it is integral to Shakespeare, to a lot of Shakespearean speeches, and I know myself, when I first did Shakespeare, didn't even know it was a thing. However, also along with that, don't feel that you literally need to speak like, because yeah, then you can often sound like a robot. My final do would be, do expose yourself to a lot of Shakespearean work before choosing your monologue. Now, I was guilty of just finding the first one that I liked and just doing that. However, there are so many incredible speeches out there. Be sure to watch loads of stuff online. There's so many performances of Shakespearean stuff online. BBC iPlayer is great. If there's any NT live performances near you, go and see that. Expose yourself to as much of his work as you can before making your choice. And my final don't would be, don't just think of saying it a couple of times like you would a contemporary speech. I feel with contemporary stuff, often we find it easier to learn because it's closer to how we speak day to day. The more you say your Shakespearean speech, the more it's going to be in your body, the more it's going to feel natural to you, and the more it's going to come across as natural. And the sooner that you have the words in your body and you're not having to think about it, you can just concentrate on the character and bringing that character to life. So that is it for this video. I hope it has been helpful for you guys. As I said, again, I am no Shakespeare expert. I'm not an acting teacher. These are just things that I've learned along the way doing foundation and being at drama school. So I hope they've helped you guys out a little bit. Also, I know you guys will be starting to audition soon. Many of you have been messaging me on Instagram. Best of luck to all of you. Like, I hope you guys have the best audition experiences wherever you're auditioning. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye!